posted in the back. Please feel free to inquire here if you have any issues or further questions. With an adorable purr rumble of assent, the Athura took the pamphlet and followed the yellow brick road out of the arrival room. The road had originally been a joke, but Nyx had ended up keeping it because absolutely no one understood the joke but her, and for some reason she liked that. She tried explaining it to her resident band of fugitive aliens, but while they'd grasped the plot of The Wizard of Oz just fine, they'd failed to understand why having a yellow brick road in her station and telling people to follow it was amusing. Thinking of said fugitives, her gaze went to the east wall, where 3 of their likenesses hung on 4-foot-wide floor-to-ceiling posters emblazoned with the word "Wanted" in all capital letters, and the all-council seal in the bottom left-hand corner. It was eerie to have Morgan's, Caden's, and Maruka's faces staring at her while she checked in arriving travelers. But since they were hanging in every way station on every way planet in the connected universe, it would undoubtedly raise questions if she took them down without being ordered to, especially since the All-Council already suspected she had something to do with the 3's escape from the Arcadian prison planet. They were right, of course, but she wasn't interested in proving it for them. Her next traveler, a tall, dark-skinned male with the wispy feathers growing alongside his hair that marked him as Kyrian, the same species as the Between's very own warlock, noticed her staring at the posters.
"They still haven't caught them yet."
"Not that I've heard," she answered, beckoning him forward and taking his papers.
"You must get nervous, running a station all alone with fugitives on the loose."
Nyx continued writing down his information, and really, really hoped he wasn't hitting on her. She discovered in her last few weeks on the job that many people across many species apparently thought it would be cool to sleep with a station guardian if their species were sexually compatible. "Not really," she replied flippantly, since those wanted fugitives all resided in her station, and she knew exactly where each of them was at every moment of the day, whether she wanted to or not. There was no need to be nervous.
"So, do you run it alone, then?"
Nyx groaned internally, finished taking down his information, and handed his papers back to him alongside a visitor's guide. She forewent her customary smile. "Enjoy your stay on Earth."
"Say, I was wondering if—"
"No." The word had been on the tip of Nyx's tongue, but it was Evra who uttered it. Tall and exceptionally well-muscled, with bronze skin and blonde hair plaited down her back, Nyx's Amazonian assistant and newly minted best friend always made a statement when she walked into a room. That statement usually translated to some version of "fuck off." In case anyone missed that message, the excessive number of blades strapped to various parts of her person tended to get it across. The carrion looked from Evra to Nyx, muttered,
"Figures,"
and walked on. Evra clutched a bouquet of white flowers, fingers curled so tightly around the stems it was a wonder she hadn't sheared them in half. She stalked to the podium and thrust the flowers at Nyx. Several members of the growing crowd of travelers let out dreamy sighs and general awe noises as they, unable to see Evra's glowering expression, clearly thought this was a romantic gesture. Nyx took the flowers. "Evra, really, you shouldn't have." Evra leaned over the podium. "Morgan left them outside my door," she hissed, "where anyone could see them." "You did tell me to make sure he couldn't get into your room anymore." "Because I thought he would stop leaving things then." Nyx stuck her nose in the flowers and sniffed. They smelled divine, like honey, jasmine, and sweet almond had decided to have a collective love child. They definitely weren't Dead Earth native, and she made a mental note to find out where Morgan had gotten them. "They smell amazing. I will, of course, treasure them forever." Softer, she added, "I'm about to have a riot on my hands if I don't start checking people through. If you really want him to stop, tell him to." "I tell him to stop all the time." "No, you grumble at him. It's not quite the same thing. Now off you go. I have work to do." Nyx made shooing motions at Evra, who stalked out of the room like a Valkyrie set on vengeance. Nyx did hope Morgan would be mostly intact the next time she saw him. She'd grown rather fond of him. Romantic gestures